Hi everyone, it's Maria here from Art of You. I'm today wanting to speak to you about how to know that you are living your purpose with your art, or how to know that you are on the path of purpose. And for that, I just want to sort of like talk about what is purpose. And just by living, just because we're alive, we are living a purpose. Um, and I guess one of the things is like purpose means is living with intention. It's, living through your truth, meaning through your truth in a less fluffy way, meaning that you are happy to voice your thoughts and your visions and your ideas without feeling, or without the fear of voicing that because of fear of rejection shutting you down, right? You living your purpose is living in your energy, the way that you want to live your life, not by how you should, by the expectations of perhaps that you have on yourself, the pressure that you put on yourself to be something else than you truly are. And one of the reasons that we have that is because we live in a society where people tell us what to do, what is right, what is wrong, you know, where we are pushed to do certain things or be a certain person through fear, to make decisions through fear, through not feeling safe, through not having that internal confidence and that internal trust towards the self and towards life. Perhaps having a more of a pessimistic vision about life itself. However, your energy is created through you. And this is one of the key things that we have to go to almost discover about ourselves, that we do have power over our lives. We do have power over our thoughts, and we can make choices. So purpose is very much about making the choice of being aligned to your energy, to your ideas, your decisions. But first, that may take you on a path of discovering what is your voice, what is your truth. Perhaps you don't know it yet. So if you are already doing art and you're an artist that's doing that as a hobby, so somewhat you are connected with your intuition as well. If you're someone that perhaps feels very low right now, with everything going on, and especially, but also feeling like you are hitting crossroad after crossroad, or a pattern keeps repeating, or you're not feeling happy in your current situation and nothing changes from the outside, it is because something is asked from you. You are asked to change something from within, to look at things differently and to align to your truth. So something is not aligning at the moment that is your truth. And challenges, they are here to make us see our truth. So how to know you are on the path of your purpose with your art? Sometimes our art can be an expression of our soul, which is really what it is. It always comes from there. But sometimes we can put our minds in between, our head, our ego, how we think it should be again. So this is this constant sort of friction that can happen. On one side, we have our minds to use to think proactively, but it happens that it talks for us subconsciously without noticing. So one thing I want you to start noticing is your thoughts and how you are creating your art. Are you creating your art through ways of that gives you joy, or are you creating your art through what you think you should paint or create? Because that has a huge effect on how much you're going to create, whether you are constantly creating or whether you are holding back from creating, because there might be a fear of it not being good enough, or a fear of it not being liked or loved by others, or having that pressure that it needs to become something. And of course, with art, we go through challenges within one painting. We can, that they say that if you don't come across a challenge within your artwork, in the process of it, you haven't hit the spot yet. Doesn't always have to be like that, because it could just happen quickly. But of course, we are going to hit challenges, and this is why art is so deep in the self-transformation. That's why it's so potent to help people accelerate on self-development. And so what I want you to just ask yourself is, how are you creating your art? Is it coming a lot from self-expression and then critical, having a critical look at it to move through that challenge that's arising? Or are you holding back from creating at all because you feel there's a conflict, and or you're creating but you're not enjoying it because you know that you're creating for someone else? What this is about for you to align to your truth, which means its purpose. And so how to know you're on the path of purpose with your art is when you're creating it through your soul and self-expression, and it takes care of itself. So just a thought for that today. And if you want to have the free ebook that I've created, which is all about your powers, your superpowers that perhaps you first perceived as weaknesses, and I'm sharing my journey in there and all the discoveries that helped me to align to my truth, because I used to be very much of somebody living through someone else's visions rather than mine, because of being highly people pleaser, and with ADHD undiagnosed. So if that interests you and you would like to read about the story, my story, and about how it's helped me to transform from a very victimized and addictive personality into taking control of my characteristics and traits, and the things that I previously saw weaknesses and fears transformed into my greatest strengths, then download it here on the link that I've posted. And I'll see you tomorrow.